A great music act since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. Second and 5. Now Lawrence. Flush to his right. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. It was Isaiah Johnson there to make the stop. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Four yards remain for 2nd down. Here's a give to Etienne. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. And Sharp pulls it in. Touchdown Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Defense gets up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one. So now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tannehill. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. A give, it's ETN off the option.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On play action, Lawrence.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already on their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. But when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
The last Last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Titans.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The 20.
Let's get that
touchdown.
Let's get that swap.
Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Off play action, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey. Mike, 44. Here we go. Both to Mike. Mike's both. I don't think you got it, son.
Here's Tannehill. Flushed out right. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Tannehill. This is caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. Julio Jones. In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
That's it, ready.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry running right through him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill got a man. It's Brown.
7 yards to pick up there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Henry.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Titans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll go again with Etienne.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Tannehill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Lawrence will throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll run with Etienne.
Runs over him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Now Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Robert Tunyon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Throwing, Tannehill.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Tannehill. To Henry.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't. 44 Mike. 44 Mike. Check, check.
Tannehill.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Mike makes it third down and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Hey. Force the mic. Got to do better. Come on, QB. Come on. Hit. 44 the mic. 44 the mic. Check.
Now Tannehill.
Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On now is the Titans punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tannehill to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Brown, and he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. A big play that time for the Titans.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now it's Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
Oh, man. Boy.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Going for it, here's ETN. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Right here, right here. Check. Check. Hot. Hey, hey. Right.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. Going for the deep ball. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to